I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike 58, right there. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll run with a second-year man from OSU, Kalen Balazs. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
The versatility of Derwin James comes right into play there. Whether he's playing deep safety or playing close to the line of scrimmage, always a threat to get around the ball carrier and put him on the ground. The surprise to me on draft night, that he lasted to the number 17 pick with the Los Angeles Chargers. I thought he would go earlier.
On second and 12, Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Hey, alert, alert.
They'll run here with Balazs. And they're right past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football, and we're going to have a better chance to win again this week. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
Rivers now. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
1st down, Chargers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for the playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Caught by Allen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Dolphins take over. Let's go, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get that quarterback.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. But we haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better rappers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
one of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line towards the receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Hey, Haywood!
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, let's get that.
Now the line. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throws Rosen. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
Great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Show right there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. They're 2nd and 12.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, check Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Milage. Take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this game.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there. Let's get carried.
Not one did I ever know.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Son, round 80. Go on. Red. Check that.
Okay, we got Mike 52 right here. Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike 52.
Rivers. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Motion, motion, motion.
Hey, 58.
They run it with Barrage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Come on now, let's go.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he goes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them. There's not much space to run there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Mike 50, Mike 50.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
3rd and long here for Rosen. The pressure gets to him again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
180.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Too little, Cupcake.
Final play of the half. Rivers trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Left, left, left. Hey, go orange. Orange.
Off the play fake here. Rivers. Flushed out right. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretch it right there. Turned it into a really nice game. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
180.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 38.
From the 38, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
180.
Quit talking about it. Hey, bring it.
White.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll stay on the ground. Mirage again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Run that.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second and 10.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They go play action. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring them down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, that allows the blitzers to get there.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with the loss. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through three quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, it's Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Second and 10 now, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Dolphins on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Rosen to throw again. They'll set up the screen to the launch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I'm going to hit you all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rosen. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 27, Rivers. He's got Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Right, 89.
They run on first down with Jackson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Well, they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that wasn't very good to go back and say, well, you know, the good one's over. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
General West.
Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Allen, he's got him on the slant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing here, Rivers. This is complete. It's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch out, watch out.
180.
Throwing, Rivers. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Billy Logan jets in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to